Okay, good afternoon everyone. So can you hear me properly? Can you hear me properly or can you see the board? Please let me know. Okay. Thank you. So welcome back to your biology class and thank you everyone. So as you know that this is your second class. In my first class I have discussed about the first part of the chapter, that means our first chapter from the biology portion is chapter life processes, right? Life processes, right? So in my first class I have discussed what is the meaning of life processes, what are the different um, life processes that can be found for maintaining normal body function, proper growth and other functions which are required, right? Today we will start with the next topic, that is nutrition. That means you know that what are the different life processes that can be found. So we have to know about each of them in detail form. So the first life process was the nutrition. So today I will start with the nutrition. Yes, thank you and same to you. শুভ নববর্ষ সবাইকে. Okay, so first you have to know what is nutrition. What is nutrition? So nutrition is the process of obtaining food and converting it into simple form from the complex one and utilization of the food for the maintenance of the vibrant body function is called nutrition. Okay, so I am writing it the basic idea about the term nutrition. So what is the meaning of nutrition? The process of obtaining food, the process of obtaining food, yes, obtaining food and converting it into simple form from the complex one and utilization of the food for maintaining different body functions is called nutrition. Okay, the process of taking food and yes, just check whatever I have written on the board and please write it down in your copy. So what is the meaning of nutrition? The process of obtaining food and converting it into simple form from the complex one and utilization of the food for maintaining different body functions is called nutrition. Okay, clear everyone? So this is the basic idea about the term nutrition. That means first we have to intake the food, then we have to convert it into its complex form to simple form. Whenever it is in the complex form, it will be in the non-absorbable form. But when we will convert it into simple form, we can absorb it very easily and that can be utilized by our body very easily. Okay, and by the nutrition or by the food we will get all the energy that is required for maintaining all the body functions. Okay, so ultimately what we will get from the nutrition? from the nutrition we will get the energy that is required for performing all the body function. How we will know one by after. How? Just imagine first life process is nutrition. After that respiration will take place, and there you will get to know with the help of the food different type of carbohydrate, protein and fat how energy can be produced. Okay, so first we will come to know about the nutrition, and after that all other parts. Yes, Vivek, why you have written it again? Ma'am, please move. Okay. So I am repeating the process of obtaining food and converting it into simple form from the complex one, and utilization of the food for maintaining different body functions is called nutrition. After completion, please let me know. They need the different source of energy, and all the energy we will get from the nutrition. Every processes are going on with the help of the energy, and without food the other processes will not move on and we will not get the energy. Okay, so completed everyone? So we can call it that nutrition is a physiological process, okay, which can occur in the living organism. Now with the term nutrition we will get another term, that is nutrients. So next important term that will come with the term nutrition, that is nutrients. So what is the meaning of nutrients? Nutrients are the substances that is nutrition. I was discussing about the nutrition, right? So in generally we can call it nutrition is a physiological process. That's what I have mentioned. Okay. All these I will discuss one by one. Vivek, just wait. Why you are getting confused in a few time? You have to wait. Now I will explain all these. After the completion of my class, if you face any problem or doubt, you can ask me. Okay, but whatever I will use, I will discuss all these, because you have to know that what are the different processes that are going on inside our body, what type of processes, different physiological processes, biological processes, biochemical processes, why these are considered as so. Okay, I will explain all these one by one. Now come to the next part, that is the nutrients. So what is the meaning of nutrients? So nutrients are the substances the substance may be organic substance or inorganic substance. Okay, so the substances, the organic or inorganic substances which are helping in providing the energy or which are helping in maintaining the body function, these substances are called as nutrients. Okay, so let me repeat, what is the meaning of nutrients? Nutrients, you have to write the nutrients are the substances within bracket organic or inorganic which are required for all the body functions. So what are the meaning of nutrients? Substances, organic or inorganic substances which are required for all the body functions. Okay, substances which are required for all the body functions. Clear? So now come to the next part, that is there are different type or different mode of nutrition can be found. Okay, so I am rubbing it. Okay. Clear everyone? So now next important part is mode of nutrition. So, nutrition may be of mainly two types. What are they? These two types of nutrition are autotrophic and heterotrophic. Okay. So, the organism which are performing the autotrophic mode of nutrition, these are considered as autotrophs, and the organism which are performing the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, these are considered as heterotrophs. Okay. So, first what are the different mode of nutrition? First one is autotrophic mode of nutrition, second one is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. First I will discuss about autotrophic, then heterotrophic. Yes, yes. Why, Sangam? Are you getting sound? Different. There are many inorganic substances are there that can be used. Okay. Okay, okay. I have closed the door. So now come to the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Auto means that self, and trop means nutrition. That auto means self and trop means nutrition. Okay. So auto means self and trop means nutrition. So the autotrophic nutrition means the self nutrition. The organism that can prepare their own food by themselves, they are considered as autotrophic mode of nutrition. So in short we can write that can prepare their own food, right? Or in case of autotrophic nutrition, they can prepare their own food. Under this autotrophic mode of nutrition, we can divide them into two. How? These two are main two subdivisions which will come under the autotrophic mode of nutrition. What are they? Photosynthetic, or we can call it photoautotrophic, and chemosynthetic. Photosynthetic means, so from their name we can suggest that photosynthetic means that the organism that can prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, yes, Rajanna. Arpit, up to this portion, can you see the board? Up to this portion, everyone please let me know. You can see the board, na? Okay, okay. So, let me come back to the part, that is first one was the photosynthetic or photoautotrophic, that means in the presence of sunlight, they can prepare their food in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, okay, and water. So sunlight is essential for the synthesis of the food, and this process is considered as photosynthesis. Okay, so particularly these photosynthesis can be performed by the green plants and cyanobacteria. So now I am writing only the examples. So what are the examples? Green plants and cyanobacteria. Okay, so those who can prepare their food in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and chlorophyll by the process of photosynthesis, they are considered as photosynthetic. Examples, all the green plants and cyanobacteria. Now come to the chemosynthetic. Those who can prepare organisms that can prepare food from the energy obtained by the inorganic chemical reactions are called as chemosynthetic. Okay, as you know the definition of photosynthetic, that's why I didn't write it there, but I am writing the chemosynthetic one, that is organism that can prepare food from, or you can write it by the energy obtained from different inorganic chemical reactions. Okay, now I have used a term in the nutrient part also, organic and inorganic. I know these parts will come from the chemistry part, and all of you know the meaning of organic and inorganic. So the substances that can be used from the any living part, these will be considered as organic, and that cannot be found, that are considered as inorganic. You will read all these part in detail form in your chemistry part. Okay. Okay, I am telling you. So, for chemosynthetic means the organism that can prepare food by the energy obtained from the different chemical reactions obtained from the different inorganic chemical reactions. Okay, these are considered as chemosynthetic. They have used the term chemo because they are getting it from the different chemical reactions. That is why we have used the term chemo. Okay, so I am repeating it, that organism that can prepare food by the energy obtained from different inorganic chemical reactions. Now, what are the examples of different organisms that will show this type of chemosynthetic nutrition? These are the nitrosomonas, different nitrifying bacteria, sulfur bacteria. So examples are nitrosomonas, sulfur bacteria. So these nitrogen, sulfur, these are the which type of substances? Can you tell me? These nitrogen, sulfur are the which type of substances? Anyone? One answer I have got as organic and another one is inorganic. Now tell me, which one is the correct? Organic or inorganic? You are having some confusion between the organic and inorganic? Those who are having, please listen, then you will get a clear idea. No ma'am, it should be inorganic. Okay, inorganic. Okay, so now you got it. That now I am giving you another example, that is the acid that can be found in the, or the substances that can be found in the apple. So that one will be organic or inorganic? Yes, very good. So now it is clear that that can be obtained from any plant or animal products, that can be considered as organic, and these are the different reaction. And previously someone has asked me about that organic or inorganic. I think you have got a clear idea right now. Okay. So clear. So these two will come under the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Now come to the next part, that is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So here the term hetero means others. Okay, let me rub the left portion. Hetero means others. Okay, and trophic means you know the that substances that can be found in the organic, that means any plant or animal, these can be considered as organic, and those who are not getting from any plants and animals, these are considered as inorganic. Okay, you will get a clear idea about all this again in your chemistry part. So come back to the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Hetero means others and trop means nutrition. So what is the meaning of the heterotrophic nutrition? That means cannot produce their own food. So the organism which cannot be produced by heterotrophic means that they cannot produce their own food. They cannot produce their own food. Organisms which cannot produce their own food and they are dependent on others. Okay, so organisms who cannot prepare their own food and they are dependent on others are considered as heterotrophic. Okay, and that is why hetero means others, as they are dependent on the others for getting their own food. Okay, now under this heterotrophic mode of nutrition we will get different types. What are they? Saprophytic, parasitic and holozoic. These are the main subdivisions under the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. First one is saprophytic, after that parasitic, and at the end holozoic. So now I will discuss all this in detail. First one is saprophytic mode of nutrition. This sapro means rotten. Okay, the sapro means rotten. So in the saprophytic mode of nutrition, the organisms are dependent on the dead bodies, fallen leaves, excreta. Okay, those organisms which obtain their nutrition from the dead and decaying organisms like plants and animals are considered as saprophyte. So we can say that they feed on dead bodies, fallen leaves, excreta, right? So in case of saprophytic mode of nutrition, they are dependent on the organic matter that can be found from the animal and plant body, particularly fallen leaves, dead bodies and excreta. These are considered as saprophytic mode of nutrition, and the animals which are performing this type of nutrition are considered as saprozoic. So what are the different examples of the saprophytic mode of nutrition? As you know that parasites, mushroom, okay, bacteria, mushroom. So these are, I have told you the parasites. So these will come under the parasitic mode of nutrition, as you know that these are the examples of different saprophytes. Okay, now come to the next part. Next one is parasitic. Parasitic mode of nutrition means that some organisms are dependent on for their food and shelter on the other organism of different species. Okay, I am repeating that when some organisms are lives in or on the other organism which from which they obtain the synthesized nutrition are called as parasitic mode of nutrition. I am repeating that organisms, when they are dependent for their food and shelter on the other organism, and they are getting food and shelter from those organisms of the different species. Okay, the species will not be same. In case of parasitic mode of nutrition, you have to remember that important part. Okay, so surely they will be parasitic on the other species. Okay, I am repeating, organisms which are getting food and shelter from the other organism of the different species are considered as parasitic mode of nutrition. Okay, now here you will get two terms, one is parasite and another is host. So what is the meaning of parasite? That means parasite is that particular organism which one is dependent on the other species and from which they are getting the food and shelter, they can be considered as host. Okay, so the on which their parasites are dependent on, from where they are getting that particular food or shelter, these can be considered as host, and the organism which is dependent on the host, they can be considered as parasite. Okay. Is your next class is the chemistry class? Your next class is chemistry class? What is happening? What is your next class? Next class is also science class, right? Okay, then you said that your biology class is not completed. Okay, leave a message there. Please leave a message there that your biology class is not completed. Now can you hear me properly? Okay, then leave it. I will continue the class in my next class. Okay. And everyone, please write down your names so that I can take your attendance. I will continue this class in your next class. Everyone, please write down your names.